And how do you, what do you do when that's taken away from you?
Cry a lot. Seriously. I don't know. You go on. I don't know. One day at a time.
Really first I thought it was.
Where do we go when we're lost? Is it backwards? Find the path that we've missed? Or maybe it's to retrace our steps until we move in the right direction. Maybe it's to find ourselves once again.
It was a story. Kind of. It was unexpected. It was out of the ordinary. We didn't do anything, that was typical of other couples, so to speak. But whatever we did, we always did it 100%, and never less, including you. When we made a commitment to something, we made a decision about something we were going to do, we did it, and we both did it together. And there's something really great about that, when you can get two people that are, put their minds and their souls and their energy and spirit together. You can do a lot. Well, we did a lot. And he had a lot of grace. It was amazing to watch him move. And I just wanted to get to know him. Whatever that meant.
Marble floors in the apartment. Welcome. Welcome. Are we going this way? Nope. Looks like it's this way over here. Oh. Wow. Hey, Jamie! Haven't seen you in a while. Love it, Jamie. Where you going? Where you going? Down this way. Into our room. Hey, hey.
Hey. Can I get hair and makeup over here, please?
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about Dad.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get into your relationship. Can you just start off by telling me, who was Jonas to you?
Wow, that's a
Complicated and simple question all at the same time. He was my hero in so many ways. Somebody I idolized, I emulated,
I respected more than probably anyone I've ever known.
Jonas is preparing to set sail. Welcome aboard, folks, to the SS DeGuzman. Hop on board. I almost fell in the water. Wow. We are here on beautiful lake. We're going to call this Lake DeGuzman for...
He carried himself with such grace
on the court, and I think that's one of the qualities I admire so much about him. That as I got to know your dad, I think the thing that I began to admire more than anything is how colorblind he was and non-judgmental. It didn't matter somebody was their color, their sexual orientation, what they did for work, their socioeconomic status. He treated everybody the same. Everybody.
Jonas just got back from the salon. He looks fantastic. It's very 1980s. Fantastic.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to him today? That if you had the chance.
Ooh, wow. I forgot to warn you, there's no making me cry before this video, so this interview. Oh my God, Josh, I would say so many things to your dad today. I would tell him, well, first of all, I would thank him for having such a beautiful child that would go on to be such a big part of my life and fill a void in my life that I never even knew existed. So that's a gift that your dad left amongst many. You are a gift that your dad left amongst many that I'll forever be grateful. So to be able to look him in the eye and say, good job, bud. Like, what a kid you raised. I mean, just so many virtues. It would take us all day to go through them all. That's where I would start. And then I would just, from the bottom of my heart, thank him for being the kind of friend we all should have the experience to have at some point in our life. And not everyone does.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah. And then I'd hug him and never let him go, I think. We all wish we had that one more time.
Oh, what a lovely day. It's a little cloudy, but it's worth it. It's warm. It's about 70 degrees. Slight breeze from the northwest. Here's the beach. All along here. Miles and miles. Miles and miles. What a beautiful day.
And what is the person to turn to? Which is the father, and he is not there. So trying to reach him because of a particular reason, a particular need, to want that sense of warmth, that sense of embracing, that sense of lack of emptiness that exists in the world because you are there, isolated from everyone, that you want to be able to bring it back for a moment. You follow? Because we all feel that. We all want that. I look at, every morning I come down to my office, and the first thing I do is I say, good morning, Dad. His picture is right across over there. Because I need to connect with him, to know that the world is okay. All of these, I think you have a treasure trove. Yeah, is that his wedding that I saw?
Yeah.
That's friggin' amazing.
Yeah.
So you're lucky to have all of these incredible things to be able to utilize, to be able to bring it back to life, to fill that void that you feel at the moment. That becomes really essential. So use it well, and use every single thing of what you got over there.
A little bit older, I promise I'll take up the offer. Go fishing with Granddad, skip rocks with Abigail.
Because you just want to find them in something.
Picked out the details.
But sometimes you don't get what you're looking for. Sometimes you find something else.
Just wait another 20 years. It'll feel the same as it does right now.
Okay, are we ready? You guys ready? You know what to do? Okay. Go ahead. Go on.
The The month we picked wasn't great. It was April, and it was outside, and it was raining, and it was really cold and windy, and it was on the beach, and everybody was complaining. Like, seriously. And there was a big fight about getting a tent, so at least people had something to stand underneath. You know, and then we got to the beach, and they still had the boardwalk at the time, so my father walked me down the boardwalk, like the aisle, and it stopped raining. And we had a guitar player.
With this ring, I promise you this. I will be your lover, I will be your friend, my love will never end. I don't want any other in my life. Our forever starts tonight. I give all my love to you.
With this ring, I claim my love for you.
My love will be forever deep, forever wide, forever warm, and never less. When you know in life that you're in the right place, the right time, with the right person, doing the right thing. And that was one of those moments. Well, he got very ill in the middle of the night. And he never gets ill. Throwing up, and so I knew something was wrong. So I called 911, and it was just a long night.
He just looks so healthy and happy. And I hugged him, and I thank God I said I love you. Good night. I remember I went upstairs, and I looked back down, and he looked at me, and he just gave me this warm, embracive smile. And then I went to sleep. I woke up a few hours later at 1 in the morning, and we had to go to the hospital. By 5 a.m. they pronounced him dead. I don't know how I survived. I mean, how does anybody survive when they lose everything?
I really don't think, and I don't even think this is something I've shared with you, Josh, but I'll tell you that I don't think I fully grasped and grieved the loss of your father for many years. And I'll tell you, there was a pivotal moment that it happened. When the last time I saw your dad, your mom and your dad were visiting me in P-Town, and they decided to leave early on Sunday morning, whatever day it was, and they got up and left and didn't say goodbye. So I never had that sense of closure with Jonas, and I was always so regretful that they didn't wake me up, or that I didn't hear them and I didn't get to hug him one last time and say I love you one last time. And when I saw you getting in your car and driving away, was that moment when I felt like I did get to say goodbye, and something inside of me broke, and I didn't know what it was. Your mom did, and she's the one who pointed it out. And I grieved like I've never grieved for anything in my life for days. And that was just last summer. So what is that, 6-7 years after his passing?
This was a trip that you had to make, just like his friend needed to grieve. Jamie is his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like he needed to grieve. You needed to do it too. But I think it's part of it is that we just change our definition of what everything is. And it's, what do we do when we've lost everything? We look again. is it's not about what's there, it's about what we see.
It's about how we look at it. As losing my father might have been one of the hardest things I've ever had to endure, but I wouldn't be where I am if it weren't for it. And that's the thing, I didn't lose everything. It's the opposite. I was reminded of everything that I have. So you know what? I owe it to him. Because he gave me everything so that I could live. And I have.
That's day one, baby! It's a movement, bro. It's a movement. Pretty easy, right? Love you guys.
Those so evil.
The next train to In White is now aboard on track 2.
You know, I was getting that all of that money.
Who's making a beat? Mama! Alright, Ethan. Oh, you got it, bro.
Mad late, but I got my note though, so it's okay. It's so nice out. I mean, foggy, but like it's nice.
We're all destined to change. It's in our nature to move into new directions constantly. Either we can embrace the wind and follow the current, or stubbornly sail away. I would say that you taught me a lot, Dad. And even though I wish you were here to see it, I know that in some way you'll be there every time I fall with grace. I love you.
It's so nice out. I mean, foggy, but like it's nice.
Oh, what a lovely day. It's a little cloudy, but it's worth it. What a beautiful day.
Stolen kisses from your lips, they taste just like the love I'm missing. Hugs forbidden, love stays hidden, searching for understanding. You are my home.